Artie was in Buffalo, he was just telling me him, Stuttering John, and Nick DiPaolo did 2 shows in Buffalo. And Artie told me John got booed off the stage.
No, not booed off the stage.
What happened?
In the beginning, John got through it all right, but in the beginning they booed. And to John's credit, he went through it, he got through it, and then, we did 2 shows. And then DiPaolo goes up, and then I close, and at the end of my act, I tried to bring John back up, but the first crowd just wasn't having anything.
Oh.
They kept booing him. But
it's a bad time to be leaving the show. It looks like we're under siege.
Yeah, it looks like a defection, a rat leaving the sinking ship.
The rat leaving the sinking ship.
But he didn't get booed off stage. He stayed on.
He stayed on. He did his act.
He did what he had to do, and he was good. The second show, they were a little nicer to him. They booed in the beginning. And then at the end of the show, I brought him back up, and they were, they were
appreciative.
They were appreciative of John. But the great thing was, anytime you mentioned Leno, it's a barrage of just boo, boo. Yeah, if I understand it, boo. Because at the end, I just kept doing a crappy Leno talking to John, and then boo.
Well, that was John's last dirty show, right? It
was his last dirty show.
Yeah, gee, a lot of people upset about that.
He's leaving blue comedy.
Don't worry, John. Soon you'll be a robot, just like me. Soon you'll be a complete sellout.
Soon you'll feel nothing at all.
Don't worry, the pain goes away. You get numb.
You get deadened to it.
Yeah, I saw him over at Scores Friday night. I went to Scores Friday night.
So who?
Stuttering John. He came by for a drink.
Well, what was going on at Scores?
Well, Beth was out of town. She was in Pittsburgh, so she even said to me, every time I go out of town, you go right to Scores. It's pathetic. I go, I know. I'm a terrible man.
Pathetic man.
I'm a pathetic man.
Why not?
Whoever lied to you and said I wasn't. I'm right at Scores. I go, hey, free night. I had a great time at Scores, man.
So was it a planned thing, or you just sort of...
Well, I said to Ronnie, hey, Beth's going to be away. Maybe we'll have dinner. Because I felt bad.
Oh, yes.
And I go, but we're having dinner at Scores, right? So it was me, Ralph, Ronnie. We're going to Scores for dinner. Next thing I know, Ross Zapin's hit me up on that stupid 2-way thing.
Oh, yeah.
How are you? What are you doing tonight? I go, Scores, baby. He goes, oh, man. He goes, well, I don't want to intrude on your dinner plans. I go, please, you can come by and have dinner with us.
Right.
So he brought Booker. So then all of a sudden it was Booker, Ross, me, Ronnie, Ralph. John came by for a drink, but he left right away because I think he has some kind of morals clause. No, he had dinner plans. He'd invited me to, John wanted me to go to dinner, like a farewell dinner with him on Friday night, and I was like, you're insane. You got to be kidding me. Really? I want to take you to dinner.
So you wouldn't go to dinner?
Well, actually, when he asked me, my daughter was supposed to come in. And then my daughter got invited to my 11-year-old got invited to a pool party.
A pool party?
In a hotel with a sleepover.
Wow.
It's so hot. For a birthday. Get out of here, you retard.
An 11-year-old.
And I go, what is left for these kids?
I know. I said they've already had every experience. Nothing will, by 16, they're so jaded.
Yeah, I go to, hey, let's stay home and watch a movie. And they're like, well, that's kind of boring.
Yeah.
Let's go to a pool party at a hotel.
There's going to be fireworks?
Out on Long Island, it's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody just spends all this money on entertaining their children, including me.
I know. You're right in there.
I got to. Got to keep up.
Keeping up with those Joneses.
Yep. I got to do it. Right.
But I look and I say, what is the wedding going to be like? If this is the 11-year-old party, the 13-year-old party, the 16-year-old party,
wedding.
They're all bigger than you can imagine.
I should only be so lucky. Some dude takes my daughters off my hands and I don't have to keep paying. I mean, what are you talking about?
But you're going to have to, rent out a country.
My daughter's 11th birthday party was in January. We had it at Benihana with Magic crazy. Al and a whole thing going on. I mean, you would have thought it was a wedding.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this thing was a pool party, and so she couldn't miss that, so I had a free night, and so I went from a wholesome night to I'm going to go to Scores with Ronnie.
You could have been with your daughter, and if you can't be with your daughter, then
I'm
you
going
go
to Scores.
That's fine. What the hell?
Yeah. Hey, the kids don't want to be with me. I have to go drown my sorrows.
You tried to do the right thing, Robin.
Yeah.
That's funny. You just fall. I mean, there's such a steep decline.
So I went over for dinner. I ended up talking to some girl at the bar for like an hour, one of the strippers.
Uh-huh.
It was like a nice girl, but I was sober. I wasn't drinking.
What is the deal now, though, with the... Didn't they change? It's just like all open again or something?
Yeah, no. Just
there's
like,
still a separation?
Yeah, and there's a restaurant part. And so then we're eating, and like dinner's going on till like 10 o'clock.
What time did you start?
I got there about 8.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like...
And you're not drinking?
No, I didn't drink.
Wow.
I haven't been in the mood. Not since Valentine's Day. I was so wasted.
You did it up there.
Oh, I was so hungover. Like, I haven't been able to drink since.
Oh, dear. You're like...
I'm not digging it.
Turned off completely.
Even Saturday night I couldn't drink.
Wow.
You're just going through a bad stretch, man.
Artie knows you'll come back.
I know. It's like weird. Like, I don't want to drink. I feel weird.
Is it like when you have a couple of drinks, you just start to get a headache before you get buzzed and you don't even...
Yeah, like I start to sip the vodka and I go, what am I doing? This is a waste of time.
Yeah. Drinking is a big waste of time.
Yeah. You've wasted a lot of time.
If it wasn't for drinking, I might have graduated high school on time.
Right. But, so I don't know. I was at Scores. I was rapping to it. You know, when you're straight.
I was going to say, you can do that sober?
Yeah.
Wow.
I ended up hearing like at least 2 strippers' entire life stories.
Oh. I bet they were similar.
No.
Really?
But one needed help with something. The other one didn't. The other one was very self-sufficient. It was a whole thing.
It's really funny because they're 2 different stories, but they wind up the same.
Yeah. But both really nice. I mean, the girls are looking great over there.
Yeah.
I mean, they got some good talent over there.
But you know what? See, that always amazed me, even when we did the Channel 9 show, that you could have these completely straight conversations with these girls.
Right.
And you're still doing it. I thought the girls would have...
I don't know, I was just looking to talk.
Made it better.
I mean, I went to some dinner conversation. I don't want to talk to Ross.
You're like one of those guys who hires a hooker just so you can have somebody to talk to.
You know those oddballs that like, I don't want to have sex with you. I just want to talk to you. Like and you see it and it's creepy. I think that's me.
Dude, you got a lot of patience, man, to be in a place like that that's loud and stuff like that without drinking.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's crazy.
I mean, just to be in a bar without drinking. You know what I mean?
I was with the guys, and then meanwhile I was supposed to be having dinner with Ronnie. Ronnie was like all the way at the other table, buried with 5 girls, like all over. He's like
That's
Mr.
how you want to have dinner with Ronnie.
He really is Scores Man 92.3.
Did he get hammered?
Yeah. Yeah, he did. And Ralph, I think, called me the next day, said he was still drunk.
Wow.
Because Ronnie said he left at 2:30 from Scores, and Ralph was still hanging out there.
He left Ralph there.
Yeah. How late did Ralph stay? I hear his Scores Man.
How long? I don't know. Ralph was still...
Well, you are the man over there, boy. I see you with the 5 girls all...
I was sitting with you, but Ross, you know, he sat down, and Ralph sat down, and...
I was supposed to have dinner with you.
And Booker's sitting there, and...
My buddies.
It looked like a gay night. There was no girl sitting with them.
Yeah.
Got a little
Well, I was sitting next to a girl.
Yeah, you were, but I'm saying they had to send Ralph,
I know
to sit over there because Lonnie started saying like, "What's going on over there?"
Those guys are like eating and like there's no girls and like at least I'm talking to a girl.
Yeah, you were.
So the girls
you
will
were
come
talking
and sit
from the minute
with
you walked in.
Yeah, I know. I sat down at the bar and we started talking.
But girls will come and sit with you and have dinner?
Oh, yeah.
While you're having dinner?
Oh, yeah. It makes it look like you're a winner.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like,
Makes you feel like girls, but a lot of the girls just sit there and you can tell they don't want to, they want to be getting tips.
Yeah, well, it's early,
Yeah.
Yeah, you start to feel guilty if you take up too much of their time.
Right.
No, because they don't mind because there's nothing going on.
I can see why guys go to whorehouses, though.
It doesn't
because
get busy till like midnight,
Because you're sitting there going, man, these girls are really good looking. I wish they'd just have sex with me.
Right. Let's jump a few levels here.
Yeah, like why are we talking? Let's just go have sex. It's tough sometimes,
It's like a social club.
Yeah. It's a man's club.
Yeah.
With hot chicks who have to be nice to you.
Wow.
It's so great that they have to be nice to you, too. Like, I'm eating, and I know I'm gross when I'm eating. My hair's in my food and everything, and the girl's like, oh.
They're making you think you're just great.
So the girl I'm sitting with goes, how old are you? And I go, that's like a bad question, because it just comes out all wrong. And I go,
well, everybody's 35, 36 years old.
Well, that's weird. I go, well, how old do you think I am? She goes, oh, I think you're about 34. So I go, I'm 50. She went, oh.
Did she throw up?
She goes, wow, you're 5 years younger than my parents. I went,
yikes.
They have no concept, man. It's like they have different watches, they have different calendars.
Exactly.
But that's a bad... Ronnie should ban that question from the club, how old are you?
Yeah, well.
It shouldn't be. If anyone asks that, they're
Why
fired.
did you even ask that?
That was a big faux pas.
Yeah.
I should have said, you're not allowed to ask that.
Didn't Lonnie tell you?
And even I hear it and I cringe. I go, no, you don't understand. I'm a very young guy. I mean, I'm young.
I know, it's ridiculous the age we are.
Yeah, I mean, I look like I'm 30.
Well, it's like Lonnie. Nobody knows when Lonnie's birthday is.
Right.
Like all the girls ask him when his birthday is.
Yeah, Lonnie's 29.
Because they want to buy him gifts and stuff, you know. So nobody knows. He won't tell anybody when his birthday is. So it's like
That's smart.
His birthday is April 32nd. That's what he tells them.
Try to find it.
Yeah, keep looking for it. April 32nd.
But it works on their calendar. It works.
Okay. It's there.
Believe me, they're on the same calendar. A lot of chicks here are born April 32nd.
I know. That's what I mean.
You're damn right.
Yeah,
They're all on the
have
same
birthdays
calendar.
either.
Yeah.
You should have turned around. How old are you?
Well, she told me.
19.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not
Oh, really? This chick was 28.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The blonde?
Yeah.
The red dress one?
Yeah. What'd you think of her? She was hot.
She's cute.
Yeah.
28.
New. A lot of new girls.
A lot of new chicks.
A lot of new girls.
Where did the old ones go? That's
No, well, they're bringing in a whole new crop because
Yeah,
they're opening up the new club March 16th.
Oh, okay.
So they're bringing in like a whole crop now to divide them up between the two clubs.
Yeah, Lonnie's like a farmer over at Scores. He's got to bring in the crops.
Up the farm team.
He's got to rotate the crops so the soil doesn't go bad.
Hey, let me ask you a question, man. You know, I was talking to my buddy. He's 24, right? And he goes, hey, I just started dating this girl. She just turned 17.
24 and 17.
Is that wrong?
How old is she?
She's 17, just
How
turned
old is he?
17, and he's 24.
Yeah, that's wrong.
No, legally.
She's in
Against
high
the law,
school.
bro.
You can't do that, bro. You can't be banging her. I think you got to be 18 to bang a chick.
No,
I think it might be 17, though. The rule is 17.
Oh, well, then it's okay.
17 is the legal age, but it's still a little weird. She just turned 17. She's like, really, it's still a 16-year-old.
That's a young girl.
You better check her ID, man. Make sure it's real.
Yeah.
And it's not me.
Tom could bring her into Canada.
To where?
Canada.
Canada. Yeah, I think it's legal there.
You sure it's not you?
I'm going to bang you in Canada.
Hey, honey, how about another weekend trip to Quebec?
Because that's creepy because she's still in high school. He's like out of high school.
He told me, he goes, he called
Most
her.
losers date high school chicks who are 24.
I know. He said he talked to her on Sunday. He goes, hey, so what are you doing tonight? She goes, well, to school night.
Yeah, I'm doing homework.
Well, what's funny about it, too, is that, like, you know, like she goes to her friends, I'm dating a 28-year-old or a 24-year-old. Because, you know, like high school girls are always like, I'm dating a college guy. I'm dating an out-of-college guy.
Right.
That's kind of creepy.
It is.
I'm dating your father.
I bet you she still watches SpongeBob. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, like once in a while, like it tunes by and goes, I like this.
Oh, that's one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, 17, you still watch cartoons.
Oh, man.
Even though you don't admit it.
Yeah.
She's still figuring out Blue's Clues.
Right.
And you're trying to bang her.
Yeah, you got to be careful with that thing.
It wasn't me. I had, you know, it's just.
I told you when I first got separated, I was with a 21-year-old. I didn't know it.
That's okay.
That freaked me
I
out.
mean, it's legal, but it is
Legal, but I felt
freaky,
creepy.
Yeah.
I thought she was much older. I said, how old are you, honey?
Would she tell you the truth?
It was after we banged, and I said, well, how old are you? And she goes, because she was talking about something sound very immature. And I said, and I really liked her, too.
Her doll collection.
Man, she goes, I'm 21. I went, whoa, I didn't know that. She goes, was there a problem? I go, no. But I had a problem, man. That's too young.
No, there won't be a problem as soon as you leave.
Yeah. It's too young.
What's the cutoff?
Cutoff for me now? 26.
Wow. That's a lot older than 21.
Yeah.
That's fine.
She had a tickle me Elmo diaphragm. I didn't know. I got to take a break.
Barbie birth control.
Yeah.
Fred Flintstone ecstasy.
So, yeah, we had dinner over at Scores.
It was a fun night.
It was a fun night, manly night. I got out around 1. I got home 1:30.
Yeah.
You got home what? 3?
Yeah, I left about 2:30.
Wow. And Ralph was still there.
And that was early because I had to be out in Long Island early, so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I probably would have been there later.
I wish dinner didn't go on so long because then I could have started my night earlier with the champagne room.
You had that big lobster, man. That looked good.
Yeah, but it was good. The food was good.
But, I mean, you were there until 1. That's still like, from 10 to 1, that's like 3 hours of girls.
I can't tell you, it goes so fast. I can't explain how fast it goes. Like, when I'm around hot chicks, it just goes so fast.
Time
I'm like,
just flies.
I just wish it would go slower.
I get such a kick out of Ralph, though. He's so funny, man, because he, like scouts the place, and he just, like...
Well, he's looking for a girlfriend.
First you think he left, you know. I go to Lonnie, I go, Ralph leave? He goes, no, there's his jacket over there. I go, all of a sudden I see him walking around, comes around with this blonde girl, you know.
But he's got a whole...
Did you meet my friend? I go, oh, okay.
It's
a whole scouting system he goes through.
Well, everybody was wondering, who was the girl he brought to the Valentine's Day party? Is that like a date?
No, that was his friend, but she's a stripper.
Okay.
He only has stripper friends. It's a whole thing. Who knows?